What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the season 31 XCFL draft. I'm your host, Nick, and we got a bunch of people in here. We got Regan, Ace, and Boone with me today. Gentlemen, it is the best night of the year in the XCFL. It's draft night. This is where we see all the new faces, and we got a little taste of some of these prospects in our All-Star game. And this will be the first draft show where we bring our dev wheel into play here to kind of spice things up a little bit. Ace, you currently aren't in the league, but you follow along. How do you feel about the dev wheel and how it all kind of went about?
You'd be surprised how involved I am in the league.
Well, I know that, yeah.
If I'm talking GM duties, I can hold almost a quarter of the league.
Yeah, I believe it.
Now, this dev wheel, me and Grizz was joking about the other day. Is this like on The Office there where, you spin the wheel and all of a sudden you clean toilets for XCFL headquarters?
Oh, boy. Hold on. Right, it's the me 1 second. Wait, real quick. We got to handle some business. Regan, did you accept that trade for Josh and Brian, or did that not work?
Shoot. Give me a second. I thought I DM'd Riot.
I did too. Riot was going to try it.
Yeah, is Riot around, or what's the plan there?
I don't know, but Brian and Josh might be luck. We'll just
sure feels like something that should have been handled off air. But
well,
okay. Hey, look, guys.
So Josh.
Oh, he was hammered, dude. He was straight up plastered. This man was not in any right frame of mind, dude. He was like, I think I'm sick or something, and he's like, I'm just gonna go to bed, and I'm like, all right.
But anyways, real quick with the draft wheel. When one of those 6 players that we mentioned are selected, we will pull the draft wheel up and do the spin live on air, on the screen, so you guys will see what that player goes to. The wheel is final, so if your guy, if we finish the draft and your guy was an X factor, but the wheel put him at a star, your guy gets knocked down to star. That's kind of how we're doing this. This is the risk reward of taking one of these guys.
So for
it kind of works both ways. Yeah.
For example, we'll go ahead and do a spin for you guys. So
yeah, pull the wheel up.
Yeah, we've got the wheel. This just spun. I spun earlier and it got X factor. So we're gonna go and spin it again.
Spin it for Viper.
And it spins. Where's our Viper? And Viper gets Superstar. So as you can see, it's the same rule, or the same kind of wheel that they had. It's like basically two parts of it is star, one part of it is X Factor, and then it's 3 parts Superstar. So he has a 3 out of 6 chance, so 50% chance to get Superstar. Math is hard, man. I'm trying to do the math here. 2 out of 6, so he's got a 1/3 chance to get star, and then he's got a 1/6 chance to get X Factor. So
you didn't want scratch paper for that one? No, yeah.
I did. I was using the calculator. I had everything out, bro. I was working hard.
Ace, you're breaking up a little bit, brother. We can't really hear you.
What do you want? A Cricket? You got Cricket Mobile?
No, he's on my. I'm not minding it, man. He's trying to cook me. I know. I just sensed it in the force. Ace was like, "Oh, perfect time to roast Regan," and then he broke up. So it's his technology failed him.
Well, Brackett and Jace decided to save a gigantic 2-part 6-person trade for 4 minutes before the draft for the committee to review. So
take your time, man. We can fill this thing up. I'm home in 5 minutes. We're good. It works in my favor.
This is an interesting one. So, to no one's surprise, Brackett is trading another one of his good players. He is trading Nick Chubb for a safety, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, and some 2nd-round picks. But then he is trading again with the Seahawks and getting Melvin Gordon back. So he gets a running back, and he is trading a younger safety.
But, you want to suit up equipment guys?
So, hold on. So, the Chargers started out with Melvin Gordon and Justin Jackson at the season 1. He traded them both away, and now his running backs for season 6 are Melvin Gordon and Justin Jackson.
That's a pattern. Why? Brackett has had players come back, and then he traded them away again. So he's had, I know he had, what's his name? The big guy that you got, actually, Nick. You got him this offseason, Landon Collins. Landon Collins was a Charger, then he was not a Charger, then he was a Charger again, and then he went to the Jags, and now he is a 49er. He has had a very big offseason very busy life in the XCFL.
Well, real quick. We got 3 minutes. We should probably break down some of these draft prospects.
Let's do it.
So, I
Do
mean,
we want to go ahead
the
and
thing
show
that
the list of the
I
players
just pulled
again?
I just pulled them up on my
Okay,
draft
cool.
board at least. Well, this.
I have my packet. Hold on. I have my packet in
go
my
ahead and
car.
highlight the players that are guaranteed to spin the wheel, if you can.
Well, yeah. So the guys who are spinning the wheel, I'll just scroll down here. We got Sharif Brackett, the strong safety here, 6'2", out of South Carolina.
Where's my pen?
Pretty good. Other than him being 24 years old, which isn't the end of the world, he's a pretty solid pick. We got KJ Pemberton, the right end speed rush out of Florida State. He is a monster, 21 years old, 6'4", 265. Decent combine. He's going to be a monster. B+ hit power. The other ones are pretty far down, aren't they? We got Aaron Bartram, the quarterback. Yeah, Aaron Bartram,
trash.
21 years old, A+ throw power. He's a second round true talent, but he gets to spin the wheel. So if you get a guaranteed X Factor, if he comes out X Factor at 21 years old, you're sitting pretty. And then the last two, let's go to Mr. John June. So poor John June catches a game-winning touchdown pass in our All-Star game, but he struggled in the 40-yard dash, busted out a 4.64. I think he's still running at the combine. But you get a free spin, so you might come away with the X Factor. Who knows what he comes up with?
The first 86 speed X Factor receiver.
86 speed is generous. And then
you
the last
can't move
one,
him to tight end. There's no tight end there.
And then the last one is our corner, Roland Scott. So kind of a similar situation. He ran a 4.6. He had an interception in the All-Star game. 23 years old, 6'2". So you got the four guys that are pretty good, and then you got the two guys who aren't very good. So
what are the chances that Roland Scott goes? He's 6'2". What are the chances he goes second overall to the Redskins?
He can play safety to me, so
I'm really interested to see when him and John June go, because they're not supposed to go early, but how early will they go, with knowing you could potentially get an X Factor,
you know what's really gonna be fun? So the people who don't choose him, right, and then they watch another one of those players off the list go, and they watch that wheel spin and land on the X Factor, are gonna start to think, wait a minute, that could have been my X Factor if I took him. Fuck around and take him and he gets a normal. It's gonna be great.
Yep.
That's really fun.
Oh yeah, and what's fun too is finally we're gonna be able to see during the draft, in the draft show, what these players' dev is gonna be. Which ideally, if a player gets hidden, we could do it for everybody. But we're doing it right now for the offseason or for the All-Star game. Any All-Star game standouts, that's kind of the plan right now, and it's pretty nasty, man. I think it's gonna be cool. I think it's gonna be a really awesome addition. Shout out to Grizz for putting all that together and calling an awesome game. If you guys haven't seen that, it's on our YouTube channel. You are here, so obviously you found that.
So I get no credit for it. Okay, cool.
Oh wait, did he have a co-announcer or something? I didn't notice that other guy. He was kind of annoying. I wasn't really paying attention.
Real quick, let's get back to this though. We got Edward Campion, who is the head over heels better. Looking like the best quarterback prospect.
Is he? He lost the game.
I know he did. What about Boone? You're the QB guru. What about Brooks Simpson, this improviser down here that is a first round talent?
Is my favorite quarterback in this draft.
Yeah,
I think he's just the best value. Campion is good. I'm not saying he's not going to be good, but because he's that number one quarterback, he had all the draft stories. His stock is really high, which means his value is super high. I think if you look at this other guy. Being that he's probably going to get drafted middle first round to late first round, early second, I think he's going to be the best value. If you're one of these teams with 2 picks, you can kind of skip out on Campion or miss out on Campion and pick some other need because there's really good talent in this draft. And then you can pick this guy up later in the first or early second and still get a really good quarterback.
He ran a 4.55 too. He and only 21 years old.
And improvisers get that first all the best attributes or abilities, so they take off out of the pocket. He's going to be the best quarterback, honestly.
Yeah, he has a chance to get what is it? Oh wow, holy crap, he is fast.
Yeah,
I've never seen
he's
fast that fast. That is very fast. That man might have like 88 speed or some crazy crap. That's wild.
Yeah, he's going to be sitting high 80s.
Man's
He's
nice.
gonna have a good arm. You know, he's gonna be a good quarterback. There's no way
Man
you
is
miss on this.
nice. He's like
And you
then
don't have to
he's
be number one
everything that
overall.
Viper wishes he could be.
Wow, you know, there's no reason why we have to attack this guy who's the Super Bowl MVP. He doesn't even bother anybody. Like, god damn.
It wouldn't be a draft show if we didn't take a few shots at Viper, man. You know that.
Okay, so then this cornerback class is one of the
Amazing.
greatest cornerback classes. We could see 7-8 guys go in the first round.
And I'll draft
All
3
in
of
the
them.
top 10.
They
No
yeah,
hesitation.
and so who David Mosley, A- man covers, 21 years old, 4.31, ran the fastest 3-cone, fastest shuttle. Does he make it past the Redskins at 2 is my question.
Not a freaking chance. He's
No.
tailor-made for Jack, period.
Regan, what about you? Do you think Jack traded for a few corners this offseason? Is he set at corner?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know, actually. No, I'm going to go with, I think Jack's going to go corner. I think we've seen him succeed best when he has 3, if not 4 corners that he can roll out there and just lock you down in man coverage. Him having A- man coverage out of the box, that's insane.
He wants have the corner that,
that's wild.
He wants because Jack, that's the first thing Jack does is he builds that man coverage up on all his corners. So this guy comes ready to go. For some reason, Madden wouldn't let me scout Joe Iglesias, so I don't have his other 2 traits. They wouldn't. They kept saying this player's already scouted. Yeah, and I was like, I didn't touch him yet. So,
Let me see. Let me go to my first round. Where we at? I got a whole little packet here printed out. It's amazing. He's got an A- hit power, A pursuit, and a B tackle.
So he pretty solid, 22 years old. Jack was mentioning him a lot. I think there's another safety, Deontay Triplett, who is a beast. Yeah, he might be the best of the bunch, really.
So look, I have a story for you. So if you guys want to know this pick,
let's do it, and then we'll get rock and rolling. Do it.
So the story about the cornerback. Okay, he was actually at the combine, and he was told he had to take the Wonderlic test. The young man looked the gentleman in the eye and told him, and I asked him, "What pick did you have?" He happened to be from the LA Rams. Okay, he told the Rams associate. He said, "Look, what pick you have?" The Rams number 9. He said, "Look, I won't be on the board by the time you get there. I'm going to the Redskins." And he walked out of the Wonderlic test. That's the kind of player he is.
Boone, you're breaking up towards the end there, but I'm going to go ahead and get this draft started. So Zeth is not here. Jack, if you're listening, you can make your pick as soon as I send this one. But with the first overall pick, the New Orleans Saints have gone with Edward Campion. So he is not at his council. I had to set his draft board for him, but so we won't see a screenshot of Campion. Which kind of sucks because we don't know what to expect with all the other quarterbacks.
Well, that's wild.
But 74 overall. Now it really comes down to what's his dev. You know, that's. So here's the pick. I know J-Mo's in that, and he did. He went with the 81 overall cornerback.
Of course he did.
The man is a monster.
He's a beast.
Oh,
he's the best.
We got to make the draft picks channel. The corner.
I told you. He told my guy. By the time the 9th pick comes around, I won't be there for you. So I don't really care what you think I have to take.
Shit was going that guy the whole time. Anybody thought that was crazy.
So J-Mo goes with the safety. Jack says, "Wow, he's a fucking beast."
I bet he is.
I'm sure.
He's hidden. I mean, if he's X Factor, God, that's insane. We haven't seen an X Factor corner yet, but Jack would be lucky enough to get one.
Oh, and so J-Mo goes with Deontay Triplett, the corner out of Ohio State, who I think was a monster too. Which means no spinners yet so far, huh?
No. It means the defensive end, the monster, is still
97 speed, 82 man coverage, 92 excel, 70. Oh God, Andy's hidden. Yep, that's a beast.
That's scary, ain't that shit? Oh my
Jack
God.
Jack has 2 97 speed corners now.
Well, GG. Enjoy
Shout
NFC.
Out.
Thank you so much for dealing with Jack the whole cycle. We appreciate that here in the AFC. We're having a nice time as Tosh's team is regressing. The average team of BBD's team is 302. So
Way to go, Bengals guy, says Van.
Anybody? Hey, Nick, go look at the guy that the Bengals got for him. He's a 27 overall defensive end now, 84 overall, run stopper archetype.
I drafted him.
Oh, you did?
He was good.
Yeah, Stephen Wilds. I
Yeah,
drafted
let's
him.
go take
He
a
was
look
going
at
to
him.
be Donald's replacement, but he's not Donald.
He just didn't dev like he needed to. Goal line
I got
stuff.
a first round pick for him.
Yeah, a little less than ideal there.
Yeah.
Brian
Look at the
says,
ratings,
"I hate you,
though.
Hawkeye."
Oh, the fire ratings. Look at that.
So here
77.
comes
He's a beast.
Riot's pick. We need. I don't know where Riot goes here. Probably.
I don't
He's
think
not. He's
Riot
not
knows where
going.
Riot's. Oh, wait, hold up.
I
Please
think.
pause it if it gets too low because I think he's trying to log back into his. Oh, he has to restart his game.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
he did. Well, he did Josh and Brian a favor.
He had to do that, so he's restarting the game because he had to
I
sign out
think
and stuff.
So, can we talk about this monster of a cornerback real quick?
Dude, Reeves, if you want to grab his picture.
Did he post a good quality pick, or was it one from upside
it
down?
Was
and
pretty.
I
don't care.
Pretty
I don't
shit
care.
quality.
97 speed.
Yeah.
82 man coverage.
Is that in man?
The
Or in
man has a 92
he posted it in
acceleration,
Maine.
93 jumping. That's scary, bro. Jack, I'll give you my next 5 first round pick. And that includes if we go in the next year. I'll give you my Madden 21 first round pick.
All right, David Mosley, 97 speed. Wow. And he's how tall
all right,
was
so
he?
Riot,
He like
Riot
5,
goes with
5'11"
bracket.
Oh, we spin the
Okay,
wheel
we're
for
good to
this
resume.
one.
Yes, so we can go ahead and spin the wheel, pull it on up. So we'll see what Mr. Bracket ends up with here, Reegs.
All right.
This is exciting.
All right, here we go. The wheel has been spun, and he is a superstar by a hair.
Superstar dev for bracket.
He was like inches away from star, but he went to superstar, so that's convenient.
If y'all took one of those slow corners, he would have been a superstar.
Yeah, well, that's no strong Bears. Okay, so that Air V is not at the draft. So I think this is going to be the defensive tackle out of Oklahoma State. If you said, or Pemberton. Yep, the defensive tackle out of Oklahoma State. So I think Grizz is excited because Grizz might end up with Pemberton here, which will be another spin. So Randall Wright was a stud, though. Me and Grizz were talking about him. He was similar to Aaron Donald. He's a finesse defensive tackle pass rusher with really good speed, but still like 37 reps at the combine. He's a monster. So that's a good get there for Air V.
No doubt.
Air V of that defense. He grabbed Marlon Humphrey.
Yep.
He grabbed another. Bobby Wagner. He grabbed Bobby Wagner.
Oh, Riot did. Riot. That was Riot.
Grabbed Marlon Humphrey.
And Bobby Wagner. But Riot did work though. You're right though, Ace. So Grizz did say he's taking the entire time. He said that. So we'll see if he sticks to it. But if Grizz spins the wheel and gets star, what do we see posted in chat?
GG's. He just gone.
It was half of his idea to come up with this wheel thing, and now he's going to be the one who doesn't benefit from it.
Would that not be hilarious?
But I think Grizz. I think we see Grizz go with a quarterback and a pass rusher here. I really do. Whether it's outside linebacker or a defensive end, I think we see him go pass rusher. There's no receivers. There's no or corner, but he's pretty loaded at corner.
For him to get, if Ray Pemberton goes here, I mean, Pemberton's a monster, bro. This is
so do you take KJ Pemberton and Bartram and you get 2 spins back to back, or do you take the other quarterback Simpson? Ooh. He goes Iglesias, the safety. Whoa,
wow, that's a bold move.
Bastard son of a bitch.
So 76 overall. He was the run stopper archetype?
I think he was 6'3".
So he gets paired with Grizz's safety he took last year. The other Murdoch, right? The monster. Whoa, Isabel. Or is it Iglesias, not Isabel. So then this is where it gets interesting. Oh boy, I don't know. We'll see. Huh?
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, Grizz. I think Grizz has got to go pass rusher. I mean, he loves that defensive line. He
Dude,
loves
but
building up guys.
but then he has to trade one because he is loaded on the defensive line with he has all X factors on his
True.
ability guys and X
Yeah.
factors. So
I don't know. I mean, it's a deep draft in a lot of places. I would almost go corner. He did lose Jalen Ramsey.
But he is loaded. If you go look at his corners, I don't want to miss his pick, but
I mean, you got Calvin
his
Harris
corners
sitting here at.
His corners are young,
Hey,
but they're
Reagan,
all right around
shut
that
up.
80 overall. And then he did get a Woozier too, but he got Pitts, all 90-ish speed. Shivers went to superstar. Jalen Strong was a first round pick. So he
Look at
Lewis
Shears.
Callaway, and then he has Murdoch. It's going to be interesting because Murdoch's a superstar dev now too. Bartram here that's what Grizz says, but I don't know. This is the decision here.
He has
And I
like
think,
Bartram. The Bartram was
Well,
one
I
of his
think-
guys.
21 years old, and then this is interesting too because Falcons probably wants a quarterback after getting a couple dirty napkins back for Eli Pope.
For real, dude.
It just like so I think he has to go quarterback.
I don't think I've ever seen the quarterback market as low
Grizz
as
says
was
Q.
in that trade.
Oh, okay. He says it's Bartram, 69 overall, but this makes or breaks this pick for him. We need to see. So Reeves, get the wheel ready, bro.
All right,
This is the
it's
fun.
the wheel time.
We
gonna
need
spin it,
X
baby.
factor for Grizz. Oh, and Falcons goes Brooks Simpson.
Brooks Simpson, wow.
All right, the
74
wheel
overall.
will decide. It is being spun right now. Dun, 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 and he is a superstar.
Okay, that's better than Star.
That is. Superstar is big,
Which means
Let me ask you something. Is Pemberton on that list?
though. Pemberton is on that list.
Pemberton is on the list, so
You
Boone's
want to
probably.
cue it up? Oh, you want to cue it up?
Oh.
dude, that
Boone's
dude,
pulling the
Pemberton-
trigger. Did you get Aaron Donald?
Pemberton-
We'll see if you get Aaron Donald oh.
Pemberton-
2.0.
Pemberton sliding here is
Dude,
ridiculous. Sliding to 9.
guarantee If he had gone to Robert would have had a very tough time saying no to him. I know he has a couple guys that he does like
Yeah.
here. Pemberton
All right,
was
get the
probably
wheel
top
ready.
of his list.
Spin-
All right, we got the
Spin
wheel.
the wheel.
Pemberton
Boone,
was
if you get-
chosen, so we're going to be going with the wheel for
Dude,
AJ
not X
Pemberton,
Factor.
the right
Not
end
X
out
Factor.
of-
Star.
Oh,
Come
he's
on.
star. He is star.
Up.
That sucks.
Can I just point out booger like breakdown on development here? Superstar, that's better than star.
Yeah. Robert goes to another pass rusher, outside
Jerry.
linebacker.
Jerry.
Jerry,
Pemberton.
yeah.
Spelling
So we
Jerry
go-
with Jari. Jari.
So
I would absolutely change how he spells it. That would irritate the living hell.
Oh yeah, dude, that would totally.
Jerry with an A? What the
Sharif,
fuck is that?
Jerry.
Sharif bracket was posted, and then Boxality gave us a terrible picture of his quarterback.
Guys, I swear to God, like it's not hard. You hit the home button
Terrible.
and then you hit Y,
Terrible.
and it takes a screenshot. Then you upload
Terrible. We can't even put that on the screen.
it. I know. It makes me want to like die.
Well,
You can't
If it
even
makes you
see
feel any
it.
better, 77 finesse move, 77 block shed, and 81 speed, and
What was
80
the
agility.
Excel? What was the Excel for Pemberton?
Excel is 80.
Oh, so
86 strength.
he's a big boy. Interesting.
Mhm.
But I want Boone. I bet you his dev is going to be X Factor, and now we have to go change it to Star. Man, that's a
I'm
bummer.
gonna cry. He's a hidden dev too. That's what kills me.
Yeah, that's
I just want to know, just for my own peace of mind. Let me know what he was.
I will. Jake
gonna
Derby
cry.
from Oklahoma State goes another outside linebacker.
Now this is where it's good to sit inside the top like 10 to 15 range because all these studs fell directly to you. You got to go with it. All right, so we got a picture, a great picture. I'm gonna
Dude,
post a
okay,
picture of
Iglesias is nice. 85 hit power from a Madden dev guy is
So he
huge.
actually might get the enforcer. He might be our first
77,
Madden gen.
77 zone,
Yeah, that's
86
nice.
pursuit. 86 pursuit.
That's
Wow.
very, very nice. That's a great pickup
So
for.
that's a good
Grizz.
pick. And and I think he made a good decision taking him over Pemberton. No offense, Boone, but
Well, I
But
mean,
now
the
you
wheel
gotta
would have
wonder-
decided that Pemberton would have been superstar for him anyway. So
you
either
gotta
way,
wonder,
the wheel
he regret,
decides
though?
separately.
does he regret Brooks Simpson? I want to know what Simpson's dev is. Was he hidden dev? Ooh, Alonzo Fort, defensive tackle. I think that's probably who Jack wanted. Jack said he wanted a DT to replace Fletcher Cox. He signed one.
2 and 13, man. Jeez.
Does Jack go with tight end. Yep, he went tight end. Ian Mills, tight end out of Washington.
He was pretty nice. I liked him a
So
lot. He was pretty
86,
fast.
86 throw power for Brooks Simpson. 86 short accuracy, 79 medium, 80 deep. I had to zoom in so far to get this picture. Aaron Bartram, 94 throw power out of the box. So that's kind of what you expected from a guy who they have a second round true talent. But you get the chance to spin the wheel. He gets a guaranteed superstar dev now, so that's awesome. And I think that's just 1 year of really deving him and hoping, I don't, if you can get him to. Oh, Ian Mills is a hidden dev too. Jack gets a fast tight end.
What doesn't
At
Jack
least-
get? I just want somebody to answer that question.
So Jack comes away with the Super Bowl, wins the fantasy challenge, gets to upgrade his lineman, drafts one of the greatest cornerback prospects in the history of the XCFL, and now drafts a tight end to replace Bucky Hodges, who probably
So does he look
retired
better
or-
than Akeem Spriggs?
Oh, that's close. Spriggs was 6'2". Mosley's 5'11" or 5'10" or what? But so I don't know. But 97 speed out of the box is difficult to argue with,
No
and
doubt.
81 man coverage right out of the box. So Boone goes corner. Got a good one there.
Damn right I do.
Kelvin
You're
Harris.
damn right
That's a
I
nice
do.
pick.
93 speed, 90 acceleration, 78 press, 85 jumping. Man, coverage 74. He's not very good at coverage in general, which is kind of important for him, but it's fine. He's a 21-year-old with a hidden debt, so we'll see.
A hidden dev is key there.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Absolutely.
so hopefully you come away with a superstar. Well,
Hey.
actually, you're in my
Hey
division.
Grizz, I'll make you a deal. Do you want to spin the wheel for the hidden dev? No, I'm kidding. I can't make that deal. That's a Nick call.
We're not letting anyone just start spinning.
I know. Wouldn't that be crazy?
That would be wild. We've thought about that though. Every hidden dev prospect we spun live on air, and that's what they were. So you'd find out right away what your guy was. It'd be kind of interesting.
But it would,
That'd be
guys would
pretty
have to
fucking
say
dope.
like right away or send in pictures right
Yeah.
away, and the pictures would be a lot lower quality because they'd have to prove that he's a hidden dev, obviously. But
Yeah.
I guess if they said he wasn't, we would just not give it to him.
It would be cool to know. Yeah, we need pictures immediately.
But even then, if
But-
they said he wasn't, we could say we would spin, and then whenever you'd go back and realize he wasn't, it'd be like, oh, well, why'd he have a spin? So
There. Well, now.
Bingham points.
Whoa. So we'll post Boxality. Post these fucking things in the other chat. Don't DM them to me.
yeah, because Nick's the one running point with the stream. He's definitely the one that has
Alonzo Fort's a beast. 91 strength. Still not worth giving up Eli Pope and whatever. We'll get into that.
for real.
Ricardo
So who's
Dickerson.
trading these second rounds, bro? Come on, don't be stingy. DM me, man. I'm tired of shit. Stingy bastard.
Jared takes a reach and takes the fastest running back, Tobias Trotter,
He is fast.
but he is 68 overall. That's
At
tough.
21, that's easy.
Yeah, 21. Yeah, 21 years old. So you kind of took a little risk there. He must not have any other needs, really, but that says a lot coming from a team who missed the playoffs again.
Who was this? What team was this?
Steelers.
No, he has needs.
He has, yeah, probably a lot of needs, actually. Two older receivers that are regressing. So we got, Zach is on the clock. I can advance him here. Ooh, nice. 78 overall right guard. 78 overall.
Yeah, he was
Jeez.
nice.
So that's
Was
the
a
computer
beast.
picking for him. It's not a bad idea to let the computer make your picks.
Sometimes, yeah.
Chad's done it every single year. So Robert posts his got 84 speed, 84 excel. Jari Chamberlain. Bobby Sheard. So we're seeing the cornerbacks kind of roll off here.
He called
Ooh,
him
everybody's-
Jari. I quit.
Everybody's favorite user, Brian, is on the clock. Ace, any insight on where Brian's going here?
I don't know. We didn't talk that much. He said he wanted some help, but really didn't reach out.
Who's favorite?
Do we see?
Here?
There's a couple corners. There's some offensive linemen. D tackle. Receiver is very thin. I know he traded away Curtis Samuel. He just traded away Dante Jackson, so maybe he goes with one of these corners.
There are a lot of corners left for sure.
Buckner. I mean, Jimmy.
You can take your
Jeremiah,
pick, really. There's corners for days. It's just basically a flavor, and you at this point, it's everybody's kind of got the same chance of being good.
So he went with this pick. I didn't see. We need to pause because bracket has delayed us again. So he goes wide receiver Dominic Stewart,
He had
67 overall.
4.35. He ran a 4.35. That's the reason. I was literally just looking at him. I backed out, and he was gone. I was like, oh, well.
Bracket's trying to figure out who his best player is right now so we can trade him.
This is going to be okay. They're making the trade now, but they have two big trades to put through. So Brian goes with the fast receiver Dominic Stewart. I'm curious to see what his speed was. It was a reach for sure, but boom, nice. Calvin Harris, 93 speed, 90 excel.
Gotta have someone to keep up with Taj or try. Maybe grab some shoestrings.
Pemberton's pretty good.
Yeah, he's gonna be solid, and I need a defensive end like no other.
Reeves, you're still on Iglesias on the screen here.
Oh, I am? Oh, shoot, my bad.
Yes, he's been on there for a while.
Sorry about that.
Grizz just messaged me.
Sorry.
Grizz
was pretty solid
on there
flex,
for
but
20
I have, dude. It has. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys.
Who's taking Kevin Hill? Kevin Hill's a really good wide receiver.
I was looking at my draft board considering I'm up here in
He's the only one left worth the damn. 4.4. He may be a 90, 91 speed.
This is when that excitement starts to die off a little bit, and you get to that 25th-ish pick, and everyone's either just taking a best offensive lineman or reaching for some fast receiver.
Well, what's crazy is this really good talent, like Kyrie Hayden, this right tackle who's early first-round talent, but because in this league we don't value them because defensive ends rip them to shreds. He's probably a good pick. There's a couple good DNs.
There are Lester Hall still up there. He was a good one. Nicholas Samuels, Hargrave. So Hargrave isn't Hargrave the last one of the. Hargrave is the last one of the spinners. We didn't no one picked him yet. Well, it was the corner and Hargrave. We got two of them.
Hargrave and
we got two of them. Yeah, which Hargrave's a first round talent.
Who? Where?
He the left end. He was a third round talent, but he's first round true talent. And no one's picked him yet, so it'll be interesting to see when he goes. Sorry if I screwed up.
24.
Yeah, he's 24, which is the one thing that hurts him. But you get your chance at X
Factor. He ran a
4.7.
I don't know where he's going with that 4.7.
He's a freaking defensive end.
Okay, 75 speed defensive end. Fantastic. Where are you going?
I like JMO's pick. Just the zone coverage is very bad, but that's where what's his name started. Cofield for me.
What is Brian doing? Who the hell is Dominic Stewart?
he went with
the fastest 40 time. Are you drunk?
That's what he did. Oh, so we got a spin here. Jaden Hargrave for the Seahawks. Riggs.
We do. Jaden Hargrave.
Bring it up when you're ready.
Big pick
he wasn't
there.
Ready for it at all.
Alrighty, here we go. Hargrave. We're gonna spin it. And we have our first X Factor of the night. Jaden Hargrave going to the Seattle Seahawks. That's a big pick.
Holy shit.
That is
That's big, man.
Monstrous pick for these Seahawks. They get a man
beauty.
He fell all the way because of an injury story, actually. He was injured, and that's why he was in the
Riggs,
fourth round.
You're on the clock. On the clock.
Oh, great. Give me a second.
I like this. I like this spin thing.
I think the wheel is
adding
fun.
A little fun.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna get it off the wheel so we don't still stare at the wheel forever.
So what the wheel does though is it takes a couple extra players who might not have gone in the first round and puts them up into the first round, and it makes better talent kind of fall to these 23, 24, 25 overall picks, which is kind of nice.
I think that expanding this to the hidden dev would be fun.
Number 2 overall.
What did you say, Ace?
I said, especially when you're trading a Super Bowl player and the number 2 overall pick.
That's no fun. Oh. But now, okay, Reeves, you're up still. Am I good on pause here?
Yeah, it was about 30 seconds that I've been sitting here, so that's good. Thanks.
Okay.
I'm pretty proud of Grizz. I'm glad Grizz got that pick that he did. He deserves a guy like Iglesias.
Yeah,
Does he?
Iglesias would be nice. And we've all got a good look at him with
We
Regan
did
leaving
for
on the
like
screen.
14 years. Yeah. If the guy
There's
who
still,
picked him has to message
yeah,
the commission like, hey yo, like I appreciate the love, but like it's been sitting up
the
there a while.
safety Kirkland Thornton is still there.
He did run a little bit of a slow 40 time. I think that might be part
But
of the reason he fell. He
he's
had an
second fastest
injury,
3-cone.
But
Maybe we see Reeves go quarterback and trade Lamar.
I cannot trade Lamar, bro. He's got like 89, 90
I tried to
cap
get him.
penalty. There's about 0% chance of that ever happening ever.
If Boone got Lamar, we'd probably boot him from the league with how
Christ.
much he
I don't
would.
want to think about it. Like my DMs would be a war zone.
Absolutely. Absolutely
Not
would. He would be out of the
ready
pocket
trade
every time.
All right.
What did you say, Ace? Did Reeves go?
No, the pick is
trade
going to
Lamar.
be Kirkland Thornton, and he's hitting dead.
Yeah. It's probably your best pick there. Iggy's on the clock. I know
he
was
got 88
thinking.
speed. That's really convenient. He got 88 speed.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad
What was
at
the
all.
Excel? 90-ish or 88?
88, which isn't
Excel?
bad at
That's
all
not bad.
for a safety. He's got 84 injury, but injury ratings go through the roof, with the way this is this year.
So we got Higgy on the clock. He messaged me talking about Tobias Trotter, the running back, seeing if he would make it to 24. So I'm curious to see if we see him go with a running back here.
Craig
I think
Saunders?
there's only Craig Saunders, or then that Trey Carter was the second fastest one, but he's a little further down the list.
Craig
Saunders
Saunders
is
that guy.
because he picked agency. So
wait. I didn't see who Higgy took.
I didn't either.
Because now we
go look at.
I think he took.
Go look at transactions if you want to see it.
I think he took Craig Saunders, and Brian just took the fast running back. Yeah, so he went Saunders. Yep, he went Saunders, and he went Trey Carter. So Brian drafts his third
running
back. He's collected running backs again. He's got 2 X Factors and now Trey Carter.
All right, let's see if we got any good pictures here of any players. I'll go ahead and pull those up. Do we want to see Iglesias again? I don't know if we saw him long enough earlier.
No, please don't. You can pull up. You want to pull up Brooks Simpson or Alonzo Fort? Those are decent pictures. Which both good picks.
I'll go ahead and pull up Chamberlain. I think Chamberlain was who was the earliest? Oh, Bartram. Bartram would have been the earliest next. So we'll pull up Bartram. Yeah. Bartram by
Jags.
Why is everybody picture so fucking
That's a
dark?
really good pick. They got the 94 throw power. He's superstar. It's very unlikely. Like I love Grizz, but Grizz isn't really a huck 'em chuck 'em offense. So it's unlikely he would have gotten a quarterback to superstar by deving him. So it's good that he got a guy, superstar.
I don't know
right
though,
out
dude.
of the gate,
Grizz,
he's going to be a monster.
Grizz, when Grizz wants to, he can huck and chuck. He's got
He's got great receivers for sure.
DJ Shark with that streak specialist. Grizz has found that he really likes that one. I think he had like 30 catches and 600 yards in his last 2 games with him. So,
did we get to see Campion?
No, because that's the CPU picked for him. He's in Vegas, so that's going to be interesting.
Jerry Chamberlain on the screen. He's 84 speed, 84 acceleration, looking pretty nice there. Got good strength. Power finesse.
My only
problem,
iffy.
He's got.
That's what I was going to say. My problem with him is he's not a coverage linebacker, and he's not really a pass coverage linebacker. And that kind of puts you in that awkward. Yeah, it puts you in that awkward.
It is, but you might be able to dev him wherever you want. If you want to put him at middle, you can put him there. If you want to put him as a pass rusher, you can put him there. I think you got a lot of versatility here with that pick. He's 5'11", so odds are he's probably going to be more of a coverage guy, but we'll just have to see.
Real quick, I have a draft to submit, or a trade to submit. My second and third next year for Boxality's second this year. Is that approved?
Good to go. Yep.
All right. So when Atlanta comes up, if y'all would not mind pausing, I'll send that to him. Get that swapped over.
All right. So we got Calvin Harris here, 93 speed, 90 acceleration. He did get the hidden dev. He's got man coverage, 70.
He also He DJs on weekends and produces EDM beats for y'all.
That's a good pick but he might be the second best corner in the draft, I think, with that speed and excel.
And he's not even going to be asked to do much.
No, you have those other two.
Yeah.
Pride goes with the D tackle, Nick Castaneda.
And
There
we
we
have
go.
KJ Pemberton here. KJ Pemberton with that 77 finesse moves. It's pretty nice out of the gate.
Whoa,
Block shedding is
wait,
great. Speed is
Higgy
decent too.
Saunders is a good one. That running back Pemberton is a beast with that 77 finesse. You can
Yeah.
kind of go either way with that because his power moves are close enough where if you wanted to change, and go for that unstoppable force kind of thing, you could go KJ Pemberton power. 86 strength. I mean, that's a strong dude.
Yeah, Saunders
He's a
is
nice
really
in
nice.
between kind of player.
Yeah. You could go 4-3 D tackle, 3-4 D end, whatever you want to do there. Okay, so Higgy
Yeah, Higgy
Higgy
hit
with
it
a
on the
good
head
that
with Craig Saunders.
Craig
man.
Saunders, 91 speed, 91 excel. He just has to get him out of that receiving back archetype
Yeah, 'cause they
as
have
soon as he
trash
can. Yeah.
abilities, yeah.
Go and get that
Does
super
he get
juke.
wrecking ball or some shit like that? Is that
No, he gets like route max security or the catching
Ooh.
one or route specialist
Ooh.
and shit.
Look
You
out
can hot
now.
route to angle routes all the time if you want to. CMC has that.
Are you
Brian is
mentioning
not
names
happy
there? I was gonna say.
Brian is not happy with that he did not get the pick. Oh, Josh is not online. Sorry for that. Wings is up. Wings is first official draft pick in the XCFL, I believe, right? So CJ Mosley, that's the linebacker that is already on
Cornerback.
Yeah.
the Jets, but he just went with But so we got another CJ Mosley on the Jets. This one's a corner.
So Nick, do we want to go ahead and start doing interviews with users
Wait,
here
hold
in a
on.
second?
VBD's corner is nice. Joey Pierce, 95 speed, 92 excel, 76 man. No agility though. Oof. And then all Aries gives us is the corner he took his normal though. And he's rocking Barry Sanders for 20. Yeah, we can bring on I'd like to get Grizz on here, probably Rob.
Yeah, Rob's already asked me about it. So I figured,
Well,
start with
Rob is on top of his stuff. Yeah, feel free to join, guys. We'll get one on at a time. Try to keep it quick. Kosh gets a hidden dev tight end, Stephon Benedict.
I'll make
Okay.
a room first. Have fun, guys.
Sounds good, boss. Thanks for coming on. Ace's connection just a little rough, but I'm happy he was here to join us. Philip Clinton, left tackle, goes to the Eagles. Saints is not here. So Saints have had a good draft. And then he takes Kevin Hill, the number one wide receiver, which he needed a receiver, but 67 overall is not ideal.
Yeah, for
Reeves,
the number one receiver. Good Lord.
Yes, there was a very bad receiver class. Wings goes halfback, 92 speed, 93 agility, 90 excel. That's good because he traded Justin Jackson away. But Wings,
this was a very nice halfback draft too.
Boone, me and you are gunslingers typically, and then we added Seahawks, who has got penalized for not running the ball enough, and Wings has been pretty close himself. We have quite the division now of gunslinging. Nicholas Samuel's D end, but it's going to be important that they both stay under that 70%, which can be difficult. Wings just decides to not play defense. He plays Deshaun Smith. Reeves, what do you got going on our screen here? It's black.
What?
Our screen is black. There's no picture.
Well, that's wonky.
At least on my screen it is. No one in chat has said anything, but
give me 1 second.
Rob is on the clock here. If anybody studies the draft, Rob, I know I've seen Rob take screenshots really early on in the season. And so Rob knows exactly where he wants to go with this pick, probably. And he goes with Ladarius Spencer, the corner out of Wisconsin. So that's rough. But you got to look and wait and see. Maybe he's a little diamond.
Wait, is that the one who's the corner that we have to spin the wheel for?
Roland Scott.
Okay.
Which I don't know when he'll go.
eye out
And we
for
still
him.
got John
he's
June,
4.68 speed, which is just there he goes.
So that's Air V.
So
Air V put both of those guys on his draft board because he's not here. So let's go ahead and spin for him.
Alrighty. Trying to set up as soon as we get everything set up again, we can go ahead and do that.
Oh, who's on here? Mr. Rob, what's going on, buddy? You're just in time for a quick spin. Spin of the dev wheel. How
How's
are
it
we
going?
feeling? How are we feeling about Jerry Chamberlain?
Oh, I'm super pumped for him. I have been going back and forth on my draft board. Yesterday, I pretty much flipped my draft board upside down,
Oh boy.
and I had at one point about 3 or 4 days ago, I had Chamberlain as my number one overall, and
Wow.
then I bounced around a little bit with it, and then I kind of took him down to like 9. And then, sure enough, in this draft, I traded back to 10, and he was there. So I was like, I got to take him.
Because you were sitting at 7, correct? Before
Yes.
you
Yes.
traded for DJ Tompkins, bounced back to 21, then traded 21 and got back to 10.
Yes.
So you were a very active day for the Bills organization, which draft day typically is for you guys over there.
Yeah, we were waiting for the combine scores. We were getting all kind of offers, and we were waiting for the combine scores. And I really didn't have any intention to get rid of Bean or JJ Johnson, but man, I had some really good offers, and Jace contacted me. I had to take that trade. I mean,
I thought both those guys were untouchable, which is the only reason I didn't make an offer because I was going through receivers I wanted to go after, and those were 2 of them. But I thought they were untouchable. Reeves, do you have the dev wheel up real quick?
I'm about to
no?
go and do. We got
All right,
Roland.
Let's see what
Here we
AV
go.
and Roland Scott comes
Let's
up.
see what we can do.
We got one guy left, and it's John June. Really slow, tiny, tight end looking boy.
All right, here we go. And Roland Scott is superstar. Probably 84 speed corner. He's got superstar depth.
Lester
Damn all
Hall
you bastards.
goes. Lester Hall is a good pick there for the hidden dev 21-year-old defensive end. But Rob, so who's your second pick?
the second pick that I went for.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I took a corner. I gotta call this up.
And there goes John June.
56 overall.
All right, let's see what's up with John.
Hold
John
on,
June
Rob.
gonna be a guy.
You're fine.
X Factor.
Dude, if he's an X Factor, I'm gonna blow. My mind will be blown. All right, John June, 56 overall.
Star.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay, hold up. Oh, wait a second. Okay.
Superstar, right?
No, we have a problem. It says X Factor, but I forgot to change the ratios of the wheel, so we might need a respin for Roland Scott.
The wheel is final, and that is what you said.
It is X Factor, dude. On God, it says X Factor right now. But I realized as it was spinning, as I clicked spin, I realized, wait a second here, because I had to reopen it. I, for whatever reason, closed out the browser. So
my vote is the wheel is final. John June,
dude.
X Factor.
Damn it, dude.
You said the wheel is final.
I think we have to honor that mistake. I really think we do.
All right. Well,
I love it.
I am sorry.
I
fucking love
you're
it.
welcome, Box. That is pretty funny. So we have an X Factor 56 overall wide receiver. All right.
Boom.
So
come on.
The over under on Regan getting fired from his producer job is probably what, 2.7 seconds? Oh, there's Nick in my DMs.
I love it.
All right.
But no, hey Nick, I took that Ladarius Spencer, that corner,
that's right.
6'2" corner. He wasn't projected to go that high, but corners were starting to thin out there a little bit, and I wanted to make sure I got one. And with the luck that Higgy had with Titus Shaw, I figure 6'2" corner, I might as well take him and see what I can do. He's a 92 speed, 91 excel, so he's got some potential.
I mean, it was cornerback in need for you, obviously, then? Is he someone who's going to get some play time?
He's going to get a little bit of nickel time. I mean, I picked up Darby.
That's right, yeah.
I picked up Darby, so he's going to get a little bit of nickel time, kind of, maybe mix him in a little bit in a dime and a quarter, but he's not going to get a lot of time, but I'll be able to kind of get a feel of what kind of development he's got, so that'll help out. But 2 defensive players, so I'm trying to stack my defense. That's my goal, stack my defense.
He might be kind of like a Kiko Alonso. You got that white linebacker vibe going. You got Ben Burke-Irvin. It's pretty funny what Buffalo does up there. keeping
Yeah.
it consistent, right?
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have like 3 or 4 DMs asking about Tremaine Edmonds. So
Yeah, I was one of those. I sure was.
yeah. Right now, I had a real need at linebacker, and I kind of doubled down. So I'm pretty happy right now. But we're going to see where this season leads us for sure. But feeling good about it, that's for sure. So we'll see. Maybe we can get off to a good start. That's the key.
Well, in a division like the AFC East, you're going to be running a lot of formations with linebackers, so it's a good pickup. You got,
Yes.
I know you run 4-3 over there, so you always have 3 linebackers on the field, and then you can mix in the 5-2. You got to you got to stop the run there in the AFC East for sure.
Pride says John June's going to get fearmonger
And then like strip specialist is his
unfakeable.
Dude, how many reps do you think he's going to get? Do you think he's actually going to see the field? I want to see like a screen cap of him, dude. I want to see his stats.
Well,
what's this guy look like?
There's no chance Boxality wins more than like 2 games with how bad he is.
I might as well feed him.
Yeah.
Box says he's starting day 1, and he's going to be a god.
He's in a division with 2 of the better NFC users, and then Brian and Kylo in the NFC. The Bucs and the Panthers.
Kylo. I don't know about Brian.
But it's not going to be good. First off, you have a rookie quarterback throwing to an 80, let's say generously 84 speed receiver. That's generous. But it is not. This will be good. He's coming on the show. This will be very good. Rob, I'm gonna have you. I'm gonna have you hop out.
I'm gonna hop out, guys. Take her easy. Thanks a lot for everything.
All right,
bro.
Peace.
All right, Rob.
Give it to me, and then man, dude, like
we need
the YouTube chat was in full agreement with the move to put him in X Factor. Oh my gosh, John June. I got to see his stats, man. I know he was like 23.
We need a picture. We need a picture to discuss.
I'm gonna see. Yeah, I'm gonna have Box send
us Lester Hall, decent, but 71 speed hurts. But he's a power rusher. That's somebody pretty good. Yeah, we need John June bad here because I want to see 56 overall is bad.
John June, what a name! That's an XCFL legend waiting to happen. I love it.
But when luckily it's at a position that you can force feed. You can, get him stats. Where like cornerback or something like that is harder to dev those guys because you're not user controlling them, getting them good stats. Oh God, 86 speed.
86.
How are
86
you?
speed, 87 Excel, or 87 Excel is not horrible.
And the don't look at the catching. Just don't look at the catching.
Well,
dude, he's really gonna dev like crazy, dude. He's gonna be like,
yeah.
How tall is he? Isn't he like 5'11"? Like he's a midget.
5'11".
60. To be honest, though, other than release, the route running is not terrible. The 73, 71, 75 is not bad. His awareness must just be like him. His awareness must just be like -7, and that's the reason his overall is.
If you ignore all his stats and then maybe just look at like the corner of the screen where it's black, that might be a peaceful place. I get
74
it
jumping.
is a peaceful place. It's okay.
So I'm going to be honest. That's not as bad as I was expecting. Because
every his awareness on here, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, his awareness is below it, which I'm wondering. That's got to be why he's so low. 57 releases is tough.
Press him the whole damn game.
I know, but if you
get fucking pancaked on the line,
if you pretty much get catching and route running in every chip, and he's how old is he? Was he 23?
He
I think he was 23.
Because that's if he was. Pick. I was gonna say if he was 21,
I had to take him. I had back-to-back second-round picks. I was like, it's happening.
Well, yeah, just for the fun of the wheel, and he run up with Regan, fucked everything up, and
yeah, you're welcome.
You got X Factor.
You're welcome. I'm expecting my check in the mail. Thank you.
Oh, I'm already paying Boone. Hold on.
Hey, right.
86.
I could not be more ecstatic with how that worked out, just because
80.
he's the one that got the X factor.
I
That's
know, what a
hilarious.
potato. Like, he's a total potato, and he got, like, the X Factor. It's great.
Dude,
I loved it. I loved
86, 87 is not unusable. You're not going to put him on streaks and stuff, but I mean,
You're not going to put him on anything. You're just going to kind of, like,
well, yeah,
throw him
you're
out
gonna
there
put him
and
at
then
fucking
focus train
Pray
and
for
hope
the
for the
best.
best. No, he's going to focus train him to death, guaranteed. Like, that's the plan.
with 50,
100%.
with 57 release. I mean, he's literally the corner will just stand there and hold him for the entire play at the line of scrimmage.
I just want to say his physical archetype is a
It's like
46
blocking.
overall.
Oh, my
His
God.
his physical is.
Oh, he's physical,
46.
So he's a deep threat at 86 speed.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Yikes.
Double
Yikes.
me.
Double me.
Double
Yeah, get
me.
the double me or mossed. Dude, if he gets
Double me or
mossed,
Double me.
he won't get deep enough. Like, it'll take him 20 years in the pocket just to wait for John June to get 40 or more yards downfield.
I honestly don't think I would cover him. I would just put one guy on that side of the field and have everyone else man up on the other side and just hope that the guy in the zone is able to track him down whenever he catches it. Like, I really think you could customize your defense.
I'm pretty sure you
to
could
not
play a
even look
D
at this guy.
tackle on him and it'd be fine.
Yeah.
For real.
I truly could not be happier with how this worked out. That absolutely made
I
my
am
whole life.
ecstatic, dude.
Dude, that would be hilarious. He got mossed to try to get 55 yards downfield.
Yeah,
you
it
would
would
need
be
like
impossible.
the greatest offensive line.
Wait,
in
the question
history.
is though, did your quarterback have hidden that boss that you drafted?
It is hidden.
It is hidden, really.
Well, that's
Yeah,
good. So if
Simpson is hidden.
That's nice.
you need, if you come up with him as X Factor, that's a big move there. And Alonzo Fort, that was a good pick. What made you? Were there anyone else in play other than Alonzo Fort when you were picking there at what was that? In 9, 8?
Well, I wanted a safety, but they were all
They
taken.
went early,
So I
yeah.
thought, well, this will do. And I just traded for a D tackle, but I guess one of them can move to end, or I can trade one. It all depends, really.
Well, you got your Bart Poe goes wide receiver. You got your you got one X Factor. So who knows? Was Alonzo Fort hidden?
No, he was just normal.
Okay,
Sadly.
so you got to check Simpson. We'll have to see that you could come like 2 X Factors. Who knows?
I guess
So
we'll
you
see.
know how amazing that would be? X Factor rookie quarterback, X Factor wide receiver.
I don't
If-
know if we'll
I
call
mean,
him a wide receiver, guys.
Yeah,
Really
he's like a
that's
slot
that
back.
might be. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, we'll call him like Water Boy or something. I don't know. I don't think there's any chance
He's
we
a-
can really
No,
give
no,
him
no.
that.
We're gonna call him the best wide receiver in the league. That's what
He's a
He's
wide
the Viper,
tight
bro.
end.
I like
He
it.
is the
No.
Viper
He's
of
the
wide
Viper,
receivers.
yes.
Oh, that's perfect.
He's
That's
a wide
perfect, bro.
tight end. Is what he is.
He's a wide.
That's
A
We gotta
very-
come up with
he's a
If
midget
you win, if
wide
you
tight
happen
end.
to win a Super Bowl with this guy, I promise I'm getting his little T-shirt jersey. I need it.
Oh, I'm not going to the
Everything
Super
that
Bowl,
takes
so it's
place.
okay.
Stop it. The trade him with me. I'll take him. Let's do it. Fuck it.
No.
He was traded.
That's my
Oh
G.
no, he was drafted in the second, so we can't even trade him until next season. He's got to go a full season with him. He might be the most
Oh, I'm
wanted
keeping-
player in the XCFL come the next.
I don't think so.
Next season.
I don't. Ooh, Tosh says nickname is Junebug. I kind of like that.
Ooh,
Hey,
I
look,
like that.
look,
Yeah,
He
get
has
that
to
bug.
wait,
What, second round, he has to wait 1 year to trade him?
Yeah.
Second round, you wait 1 year. First
Hey,
round, you
look,
wait 2 years.
I'll give you Jack's first next year for him at the end of the all.
No.
Jack's first.
You
Wow,
answered too
that's
quick. You
bold.
didn't even think about it. You didn't even think about it. What the
No,
hell?
He just
No,
said
I didn't.
no,
He's a
just
fucking
straight up.
56. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here, okay? He's a 56.
Wait, three-way
Takes a lot
deal.
of work.
Book 3-way deal. Second rounder, I get
You're
Viper.
not getting Viper. You're not getting Viper. You're not getting Viper.
You're not getting like
What
I'm not
if-
going to deal with you taking pictures of how he's
No.
falling from grade.
Hold up.
holding fucking
What
kickoff.
if Boone sends his piece of shit quarterback to Box? Box gets whoever. No,
Box
wait, no.
just
He would get
drafted-
Viper. What if Box had Viper and the receiver? So he has the Viper
just
version of
drafted a-
Viper and the Viper
but he
version.
Where
just
the fuck are
drafted
you
a
going with this,
quarterback.
Regan? What the hell?
Yeah, Regan, you stay out of our trade talks. I'm
Sorry,
trying to get
I
Viper
wasn't
over here.
thinking.
You
Yeah.
stay out too. You're not getting Viper. You're not getting Viper.
Oh, I want him
You're
so
drunk.
bad, man. If he could hold kicks,
I
oh
do.
gosh, yeah.
I'm
Oh,
about
my
to
God.
offer you a future first. Future first.
So do you want this second round draft pick there, Boone, or no?
Oh, yeah, am I pausing this?
Shit. At this point, now you can keep it, bro. I don't. My whole board is going to hell.
Never mind then.
Mine went out the
Same,
window in the
dude.
first round.
All right, well, Box, we're gonna knock you out of here. We'll get somebody else in here. If anyone
rude.
else,
All right.
we talked about his guy enough.
His guy is the best pick in this draft.
It is, dude. Already, I love
Well
this kid.
deserved. Well deserved.
I'm curious to see what we do with him. That'll be interesting.
I want him. I like him. He's a good player.
Fucking stud.
I'm just trying to see. Is there anybody else worth taking here? That
Hell no, bro. I'm looking at these fucking
dude,
picks
that's
and
the
everybody-
only problem. Jimmy Ballard was the stud of the All-Star game as well. It's just the the hype ends pretty quickly with these drafts.
Yeah, the problem is like all those studs, you need those early seconds to kind of really take advantage of all the studs that were here.
Yeah, guys, though,
Well, I'm
feel
showing
free to
everybody-
hop in. If we have somebody that's, dying to talk about their picks, feel free to jump in and we'll give it a breakdown.
But don't get us wrong, we don't quite care.
Except Chad. Don't be Chad. Okay, Van. Oh, Van was in and left.
Maybe Van was
Van got
testing.
nervous.
Oh, he did.
He got
Cold
nervous.
feet.
Probably just got nervous. Who'd Van draft? Oh, there he is. Van. Oh, he left again.
Gone.
Give him a break. Technology's tough for those old people. Who did Van pick? Offensive lineman, I believe.
Yeah, he's hype.
Well, he needed one. He let his boy Frederick go. Who got Frederick in free agency, Reeves? Were you bidding on him?
I was, and did you? Yeah, piss off. I know exactly what you're trying to do. Oh man.
Oh no, is that the guy Higgy jumped?
Yes,
Oh, never mind.
that's the one that Higgy sniped for me. Thank you for reminding me, Nicholas.
Dude,
I
no.
really needed
Oh,
that.
there he is. Van, what's up, buddy?
Okay.
Oh, Van.
He said, fuck you. Wow, that's rude. I don't appreciate it.
Van?
Hello, Van. How are you?
What's up, fellas? How are you?
There he is.
Yeah.
After your little
Can you-
after your little offensive lineman, how you feel?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah,
Can you
Van,
hear
we
us?
can hear you, bro.
Hello.
There he
I think there's a little bit of a delay.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
Maybe
Van,
mute
you might
the-
want to turn on the
mute
speaker.
Well, when you pick
Uh-oh. There is a
I think there's a
you're
delay.
you're listening to the stream, not us in chat.
So 22, 25. You got to go with the offensive 11.
Are you caught up now? Can you hear us?
I think so. I think he just
Okay.
made the point that
I'll log
22 to
back in.
25, you got to go with the offensive lineman.
Oh, he's responding to us on the stream,
On the stream,
not us
so
in
like
chat.
30 seconds later.
Yes.
Poor guy.
Pride says Van sounds extra Canadian tonight. He kind of did.
He did, really.
Oh, Van? Oh, God.
Anybody have a nice ditty they can sing while we're waiting? Like some cool, waiting music?
Oh, God.
I know music's always going through your head, Nick. You could always serenade us.
Oh, yeah. Me and my Miley Cyrus. I'm a big Miley guy.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, we might give up hope on Van here.
Poor Van. He tried. He really did try.
Well, first off, we never even said it, but congrats to Jack on his Super Bowl. That was a big win there to cap off season 30 of the XCFL. That is just crazy.
Wait, are we congratulating him for Super Bowl 30 or 31?
Well, not 31. That's his reign is over.
Oh, I don't know
Dude.
about that one, bud, but
Okay, I
There
figured
he
it out.
is, Van.
I figured it out. I was on my laptop with my headphones.
Oh,
And then,
dude.
right.
so you were talking to the stream?
Yeah, I was.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I was.
Oh,
And I was
gosh.
like, why am I like 30 seconds behind?
Tosh,
What's up?
Tosh,
Why
Tosh
can't you
says,
guys hear me?
Tosh says to fill the time, Regan, you should have played the bird dance or the cage dance.
Oh, yeah, the cage dance, dude. Cage dance is fire.
I'm just happy to be part of the show. I just want to listen.
Oh, yeah, well,
chirp
Van,
and lip off.
you went and got offensive lineman, which
Dude,
was
three
ahead.
of my first round picks have been offensive linemen because I've sat in that 20 to 25.
It's
What do you
tough.
do? What do you do? You either pick a useless player
Yeah,
or a guy you can actually build.
yeah, and that's
Right?
it's worked out well for you because the Cowboys, all those guys you had are kind of getting older, so you let them kind of walk, free up 15 million
Right.
in cap space.
Well, I'm not going to let a guy that's got like A minus, B plus, B plus go at 25.
Yeah, no, that's a good
Right?
pick. Yep,
Right?
or you,
It's
yeah,
boring.
but boring wins.
Yeah.
Not Boone says it doesn't, but
It
boring
doesn't.
wins.
It definitely
Yeah,
doesn't.
Boone was not a fan of the Super Bowl. He and I until the end. They did get wild at the end.
Yeah, the end got fun, but
Well, the Super Bowl had a lot of short passes,
It did
It
from both
did.
teams.
right? And those are pretty hard to stop. I guess with the new quarterback that Jack got, he can stop all 4 wide receivers himself.
That's gonna be in trouble. Yeah, how do you feel about that?
Well, you guys know how I feel about
Yeah.
that whole thing, but I don't understand why collectively we just can't agree to give each other a better chance.
Well,
Like,
the big thing is though, some people do. You get a little confident, you win a couple of games, which Hawk did have a pretty good year, and he competed with in all
he
of his
beat
games
the
with
shit
Regan.
out of me.
Well, yeah, but the year before he competed with Regan, competed with he had good games
Hey,
with
Boone's
Tosh.
bird.
Whooped on what I think he beat Jared a couple, and so I think he got a little, so he's like my future first isn't going to be top 5, and then he just had a bad year with the tough
Dude,
schedule, and
he's not a bad user at
No,
all.
he's
Like
not.
he's
No.
not at all. Like I don't. He's in a really tough division for sure.
and it is just tough because you want to win now and you want to add some talent. You just got to make sure you're adding the right talent. Where was Wilds the best he could have done for a first?
No,
because I was about to be in Jack's DM offering like a second, or late third, something like that.
Whoa.
Boone, you're on the clock.
bunch of garbage. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah,
Well,
but it's
when you know you're in a tough division, like
yeah,
the tough,
yep.
maybe the toughest division. Your pick's going to be low.
It also is. It really takes people a while. No, this isn't just Hawkeye, but when it's your first time in a league like the XCFL where the trading is nuts, you kind of there is an adjustment period where a lot of people went through it. I mean,
Yeah,
Sean
fair.
White used to trade away his first rounder every single season, only
Well,
for
now
someone.
now Robert does. When
Yeah, but now, I think Rob has learned and didn't trade away. I think it takes a couple of years, but then you kind of settle in. You're like, okay, my first is pretty good. I'm not gonna
That's
move
fair.
it. But
It's
as you've
really
been
a
in,
gamble, though.
it
It's a
is.
gamble because not every draft hasn't had that level of guy in it. Like
No,
last year,
yeah.
I had Tipton. Tipton ends up being decent, but he's not bad. He's
80,
short.
yeah,
But
81.
Boone, look at this year's first pick. He was
Yeah.
bang on with it.
Right,
Right?
that's what I'm saying.
Right?
But not every draft has that. Like I've had the top pick in the last 2 drafts, and I haven't had this level of caliber. And I'm sitting here like, okay, it's not
That's
having
because
back
it's
to
your
back
dude.
years.
Because that's good. You have shit luck for sure.
Look, this is rough.
You have
But
shit
it
luck
is.
because.
Go ahead. It's
No.
just it just depends on it because like what Grizz said, when he had the multiple first round picks in the top 5 or whatever, and he really needed a corner, the worst cornerback class in the history comes out, and then this year Grizz isn't in the top 3. He's sitting at 6 and 7, and
Yeah.
he said it. He said Jack has a top pick, so this every corner is gonna run a 4-3, and sure enough, they all did.
Look, well,
But
as the commissioner, can you do something about what's going on?
I wish there's nothing I could do.
Like, have you watched all this game? Is
I've
there
played
nothing
him.
we can do to move
I've
him?
played him a few times.
Holy cow, dude! That cornerback might be the best player outside of Riley.
Yeah, he's a beast right out of the box. And 97 speed.
Like his zone's crap though. His zone's crap, but
Yeah,
doesn't matter. Yeah,
but I mean,
doesn't matter.
97 speed puts him as the 1, 2, 3, 4. He's the 4th tied for the second fastest corner in the league with one of Jack's corners.
Like out of the box, like with he's gonna get a chip a week.
Well, yeah, 81 man, and dude, if he comes up X Factor,
What's
that'll
his overall?
suck. 81 out of the box.
I mean, he basically walk in and be my number 1 corner, and I have 2 first round corners on
right.
roster.
Yeah,
right, dude.
Yeah,
by the time he hits preseason, he's gonna be 85.
Yeah, because Boone, your 2 corners that you drafted, one's that got to 83, and the other one's at 77. It's been 2. They've had 2 seasons.
Well, really, that's because Beckett got the bump in the rookie season to
Yep.
star, and that gave him like a plus 10 overall in the first year.
Yeah.
Buchanan didn't get it to the second year, so he didn't get as big of a bump. But they end up being decent corners. But he'd walk in and be the most talented cornerback on my roster.
Well, pretty much a lot of people's rosters, that's for sure. Regan's for sure too.
But
Bro,
what's
I don't got
Tipton
no
at now?
corners. I have like
Tipton got
nobody
like
that
a
plays corner for me.
78, I think.
Tipton
not bad.
gained.
That's
Tipton went
not
from
bad.
Tipton went from 74 to 78.
Yeah, that's
Like,
not bad.
I hit up
No,
Brian
he's
about
76,
trying
but he
to.
went to 96 throw power.
Yeah, that's yeah. So he
It's-
went 2 plus 2 overall as a 21-year-old, which is tough, and he had a good year too.
He picked it up at the tail end. His beginning
Yeah.
half was trash. Oh my god.
Almost 4,000, 30 touchdowns.
Well,
All
unless
right.
you're
But
Nick,
that
it's hard to
96 throw
develop
power,
a quarterback, man. It's hard to develop those guys.
It is.
It is.
Well, it's hard to develop them while putting out a winning season because you typically you have to, you kind of do have to.
punt on the whole
to-
ideology of being a good well-rounded.
Which it stinks that the deving is the way it is because it is stat based, but I would like to see like QB rating matter a little bit more and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But it's what we have. We're all playing by the same. And typically, I mean, if a lot of the guys like you, I mean, if you're like Kyler Murray's not an X factor, and Brian still competes really well. Decker's not one for me. Pride doesn't have an X factor quarterback, and he does really well with Sanchez.
I have Dak.
Yep. It's so
That's a star.
So even if you're not getting to the X Factor dev grade, you still have a really good quarterback with at least 2 abilities. And I mean, winning games, you're boosting your team around him at least. But it's just really
you just can't have guys hitting the side of the barn like Boone was saying. I could feel his pain, like when he was starting out with Tip, right where the guy's wide open on a 3rd and 8.
Yeah,
and he just it sails it.
That's also a Madden thing too, because they don't know how to really do the corner, the DB wide receiver interactions. So instead of just having it kind of a different pass breakup animation, they just decide to sail it or throw it in the dirt to be the incompletion, which just makes it look really bad as a game. But
I'd like to see that that fast quarterback that got picked.
Simpson.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. I wonder what speed.
Yeah, I was
yeah,
into him. Yeah, I was into him.
They one thing I think Madden does need to know that every pass doesn't have to be caught or intercepted. It can.
Yeah.
There
can be off the ground.
Yes, or there could be a couple just missing in the receiver left. I don't know.
Well, yeah, it can't be the same 3 animations.
Yeah, or it doesn't have to end in a gigantic hit stick.
Or it doesn't have to volley 30 yards.
Looking like it's floating.
Oh,
that's my favorite. When everyone decides to do a bump.
Yeah, it just. Oh God! And you're just praying your guy, and then the guy runs all the way over, and then still lets it fall on the ground or something. You're like, well, this fucking
or
guy.
the time that it gets stuck on somebody's helmet and they just run.
Yeah,
you're like, where was he taking that ball? Okay.
Yeah.
The free safety fair catches it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, Boone, you're on the clock. So this 4th round, we're gonna jump to a minute per. Yeah, we're gonna jump a minute. Man, we probably should go 30 seconds per pick. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
we'll go 30.
Nick, absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
This is just like last draft.
There's people on the board. Are y'all crazy? Hold on.
I see a few.
Well, good. Just get them on your board.
Yeah.
I mean, they're trash, but they're here.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
He's a fucking bum. I'm sorry. There's nothing left.
What did I say? What did I say?
70 freaking 2 speed, dude.
Rob goes quarterback out of Central Michigan. Fire up chips. Stuart Aiken.
If you need a quarterback, Mike Sanders, quarterback out of Penn State.
I need a quarterback, and you won't trade me him.
You're just being a dick because you don't. You just want him to hold your fucking.
I'm moving Decker next year, and I need.
You're not.
I am.
Oh, sick,
Decker.
dude.
Come on.
What a beast.
Rudy Neighbors.
Dude, look at the guy I just
So
picked.
bad.
60.
He is so bad. Okay, I'm not even going to post the picture. 84 strength, 74 run block, 68 pass.
Well,
I mean, he just shit all over my fucking screen.
Well, Chad coming up with nicknames for his linebacker out of Temple. Mean Green McQueen.
Oh
No,
my
he
god.
drafted him himself.
Wow.
Brian, you
Lightning McQueen.
do you think? What are the chances Brian let us know he left the draft?
Nope.
Zero.
So non-courteous of a user.
Big B.
Big B.
We're gonna have to suspend.
Big B.
We're gonna
The
have to
big-
one and only.
suspend
Mr.
more.
Big.
What about that? While we're here, so Brian trades Curtis Samuel to
Yes.
Tosh to the
Let's talk some
Browns.
trades. Yeah.
That's a huge move considering Brian had those two of the top 4 receivers in the league, really.
So who's
Um,
Bryant's number 2 now? Shepard?
He got Tatum from Tosh.
Oh yeah.
But
And he got
I mean,
Kuechly, right?
but Tatum is not Brian's typical receiver type with being a big body, 88 speed. So I'm curious to see how Brian does with that.
We'll see
But
how he runs wheel routes.
Well, here's what I'm wondering: Are we gonna see DJ Moore be way over 32% or what? Like,
Well, yeah. Let's just suspend him right now.
because it's
No,
easy.
It's gonna
Easy.
be the rookie, dude. He's
But
gonna,
it's-
he's
but
gonna
when-
be the rookie.
Brian
But
doesn't develop.
Yeah, he did well in Madden last cycle towards the end with a couple rookie receivers for his Titans. But this
Yeah.
Madden, he really hasn't had to do it yet. So with the dev changing, Higgy, 59 overall safety.
That's a
Oof.
replacement for Moore.
Yeah. But it is it'll be I'm curious to see what Brian can come up with. He's a good enough user and play caller where he'll be okay. But it'll matter in those big games in the playoffs and stuff. It'll hurt not having the two little speedster duos out there.
Well, I mean,
Kinda-
he wasn't winning them with them, so
That was his whole game.
I mean, he's won the second or third most games this cycle, Boone. So, and you've
Yeah,
won
but
like
what about
the 25th most games this cycle.
You lost every year.
You won like
Winless in the
25.
playoffs. What was that?
Boone, you can only the Super Bowl win can
Well,
only carry you so
hey.
far, man.
That's I don't know. I think that's pretty far because he whooped me that year in the playoffs to get to the
but
Super Bowl.
it can only carry him so far when he only has like 36 wins for the whole cycle.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
It's because Boone stinks.
Like, how does that happen?
He
No,
had a
Alright, I'm back.
season. He had
I'm
a
back, my
season.
speaker.
he's a
Oh,
good.
good.
I think he's a good user.
No, I've said it before. Boone is great, but
Yeah.
he won his Super Bowl because Jack's team wasn't ready, and a couple other people's teams weren't ready.
Yeah,
VB
fair.
that's
I
the
mean,
only
choked,
reason.
too. Like that was one where it was like that
Oh,
was
yeah.
his God squad. That year was like he
Yep.
had an absolute God squad.
Donald was on his peak. Ibuka knew that he didn't have to be the man. Gurley was healthy for a full. I haven't had Gurley healthy for a full season since that.
That's
Yeah,
game.
fair.
Gurley
That's
Gurley
fair.
kind of
That's
has that. He kind of has that Madden bug where he gets that some guys have had the last couple
Bro,
Maddens.
it's 6 on the week 6. This man is nowhere to be found.
Yeah, he gets hurt every
Absolutely gone.
season.
Gurley ran
I'm-
for Nick against Nick for like 280 one game.
Yeah, that
Bro,
was
that's
those are the
how I
only
think- I
times.
think-
Those are the
I
only
think
times
he
Boone beat me this whole
started.
cycle.
I think we started season either Nick or decently, and it was only because I ran the ball. I think I'm gonna just hold Gurley out to week 17.
Dude, you got to run
Gurley's
the
not
ball.
gonna touch the field.
Boone,
Gurley's
I'm
not gonna touch the
actually
field.
really disappointed in you because your career record now has dropped to 207 wins and 206 losses.
Oh,
Yo.
that's sickening, and it's all
Dude.
this year. I'm usually a 60% winner.
Yeah, that's this year. Yeah, this year you're 37 and 59.
It's
Yeah,
because you
it's
don't have
awful.
Deshaun Watson.
But you got
I've
the
never
Super
had
Bowl.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, he
I know
trades him every year.
that was the joke. Keep up.
Tosh is 170 and 41.
Look at fucking
In his
look at
career.
Jack.
Oh
Yeah,
my
Jack-
God! Can we boot Jack already?
Jack has like 300.
Like,
wins
I thought I
and
was a
less than
big tough
100
guy
losses.
taking the division on, and now it's like now I'm just begging for a wild card.
Same, dude. Same.
Van's ready for Madden 21 team
Oh,
draft.
dude! And you know the thing is, you remember when we talked at the beginning? I'm like, hey, I can probably win the first couple seasons. Yeah, and then that was it.
Well, you had your Super Bowl and you lost against Tosh, but that was
Yeah.
I thought you were going to get it early in the cycle, and that would have taken a lot of the pressure. Takes a lot of the pressure off you, and you can get a little riskier with your team building once you already won some.
Yeah, I see. That's a problem. I got really hurt with Brackett offered me 2 firsts and that kid with the super joke for Zeke,
Boom, you're up.
and I said no.
Oh shit! I woke the baby
Well, I
up.
can tell you next year I'm not going to be in a division with Nick. That's out of the question. I'm over.
Oh
this
come
shit.
on!
I'm over this shit. Fucking giving up. I think I've given up
Go join Jack.
like 50 sacks to Nick's.
Yeah. Go join Jack, dude.
I play
No
Jack.
thanks. No thanks.
Or Tosh.
You know,
Tosh is a fun one.
I'm gonna join one. I think I'm gonna join one. I wanna be with like Robert.
Dude, we play.
Wow, the first one you name is gonna be Robert. That's a
wow,
dick move,
Robert, we're sorry.
Robert.
We are sorry.
Boone,
We're very sorry. Boone talking about how he supports Robert. I'm not cool with that.
Hold
man.
on.
Not cool.
Boone, we play week 15 and week 17 this year.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on
the
the
season.
Clock. What is this? Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
shit,
said
I'm
that
looking
like
at my
he said
schedule.
that like a long time ago, bro. He was like, "You're
Dude,
on
you have 5 seconds left.
Let it fly. I don't know.
Oh, what was it?
Ah.
Oh no, 66 overall card.
Whoa.
Gents,
he's terrible.
I think we're good to.
Offensive
I think
lineman. Dang.
I think we're good to end the show though. We never
Yeah.
go to the 4th round.
All right.
Let's keep talking in the other one though.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys.
Okay.
Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Let's have a good season 31 here and see if we can produce some new Super Bowl winners, some first time Super Bowl winners. How about? Let's do it.
Second time. I like second time.